Hi guys, this is Dormouse03, and this is my Evil Within 2 100% walkthrough, where we are getting all of the achievements or trophies in this game. Pick your console or PC, and let's get going. So, this is Chapter 11, and fair warning folks, this is... I am picking up recording. If you haven't been following my channel, I am picking up recording this thing after literal years of playing. And so if I look a little bit rusty in my gameplay, that is why. But I still have the path all laid out for us. And we are going to be getting some achievements in this chapter. So, first, we are going to get our first achievement. So this is going to be our 7th and final coffee maker that we are going to drink coffee from. And when we drink coffee out of this pot, we should get the Caffeine Addict achievement or trophy. So, gonna take a little sip. Fill up your health if you were missing any. And there is the achievement, Caffeine Addict. Used every coffee maker at least once. Alright, so we're doing well so far. We have one achievement down and several to go here on this chapter. So we're going to pick up some stuff. We have some gears here, battery or fuse, gunpowder. I can take some of those handgun bullets, though not all of them. Let's just make sure everything is reloaded as much as it can be. Okay. Nope, can't pick up either of those things. But I can pick up this right here, which is a new bolt for our crossbow. So this is going to be the freeze bolt. And it's possible that you got some of these before if you opened up some of the lockers. It's one of the random items that you can get. But this is the first official time that you will be getting the freeze bolts, and so it tells you what to do. And so these are pretty cool. They temporarily freeze enemies, and some of them will shatter on, impact. Some of them you can break or continue doing damage to, and some enemies won't be affected by it at all. But that is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing, and it can be really helpful against the upcoming boss that we have in this chapter. So those are pretty cool. Now, this is your 27th file that we have picked up, and this is going to be Torres's journal. And so it's just on the table there, and this tells about how Torres has been doing. And so that is file number 27. Okay, moving right along. We're going to not go through that door because that's back the way that we came. And we're going to go into this door here. And just to, well, you heard the glass breaking there. That's our way back to the safe house. But first, we're going to look to our left here, and we're going to pick up those high-grade weapon parts. Those should be, I believe, the 6th high-grade weapon parts that we've picked up so far. And then we're just going to head back to the safe house here real quick. There is actually a slide that we're going to pick up. And we're going to say hello to the kitty cat, because kitty cat's so cute. It's kitty cat. Yes, you're a good kitty cat. But you can see it flashing in there already. This is Photographic Slide, and it will be the 6th one that we have picked up. So that is all she wrote for in there. And we might as well, since we have some weapon parts, we might as well look at upgrading some of our weapons here. And so you should have about the same number of parts as I do. Remember, it is a little bit random, but you should be about at the same level that I'm at in terms of your parts. And so we can go ahead and actually pick up another achievement here right now. So we had upgraded our smoke bolts to get one of the smoke bolt achievements in previous chapters, but now we have enough weapon parts to get the final upgrade for this. And the smoke bolts, these smoke bolts are awesome. The poison smoke bolts that Sebastian is not affected by, these can be super useful. And so since we had already upgraded this one in order to get other achievements, this is the final one that we need. Now, you do not have to do this. You're going to be getting more weapon parts and you're going to be fully upgrading everything. But I'm going to go ahead and get this now because this is the earliest that you could potentially get this particular achievement. And so this will be a little extra kick to it. Upgrade that. And there it is. Upgraded one of your Warden crossbow bolts to max level. And now if you don't want to spend the 1,000 weapon parts on that right now, you can potentially just reload a previous save and use that 1,000 for other things if you so desire. But I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do right now is see if I have enough to upgrade any more of my pistol. So I could upgrade fire rate. Or I could upgrade ammo capacity. Or I could upgrade reload time. So firepower, we do not quite have enough. So I'm going to upgrade ammo capacity. And that will do me. So if I hadn't put some of these upgrades into my handgun, then I could most probably have gotten the crossbow achievement a little bit earlier. But the handgun is your main weapon. It's your mainstay. And it just makes sense to have that upgraded because if you're shooting things with weapons, you're probably shooting them with that. So we're going to get some upgrades on some of the other guns here at some point soon, but for now, that is that. So we have 55,074 green gels, and that is not enough to get the last upgrade that we need, because we need 75,000, and to get the one where you can slow down time while you're aiming, which is going to be super helpful here soon. But for right now, we're just going to head back into the game. So again, you do not have to follow my upgrade path if you don't want to. I upgraded a few of the stealth on the stealth tree just to make sure that I could do a couple of achievements that required stealthing, and also so that you can sneak faster, because it is painful without upgrades how slow you move. So what I should do right now is go back and see if I can't grab the rest of those handgun bullets. If I could select my weapon. Alright, yeah, cool. Always good to be fully stocked. And so now we are going to just make sure there's no more goodies and head into the marrow.
Let's hope the marrow is still there.
So this is a medium-ish lengthy chapter. There are a lot of collectibles in this one, and I think that one makes it a little bit longer than it might otherwise be if you were just running through. But we are not just running through, we are picking up everything we can. Some more weapon parts there. That drawer has some gunpowder in it this time. That's great. You'll notice that the items on the shelves and stuff are fairly consistent. Items in drawers and crates and boxes and things like that are somewhat random. This is condensers, and it introduces you to that component because that's something that you use to make those freeze bolts. Just gonna come through this door here and head on. Pick up those nails for some explosive bolts. And the switches here, and this is another kind of puzzle, but oddly enough, if you just flip them all in order, that's all you need to do. So I don't really know what that's about, but okay.
Been here. Maybe that's why I couldn't contact O'Neill. Hoffman's safe house is nearby. I should check up on her.
So before we go and check on Hoffman, we are going to take a left and come right over here and pick up Photographic Slide number 7. And so you can see we are rapidly approaching the end of these collectibles. A lot of them are over half at this point, which is great because we're over halfway through the levels. And so we're going to come in here. He has a syringe on him, but we are full on those. And we're going to move this back. Let go, get out. Crouch up under here. And check out what's in this Mobius crate. So we have, for your collecting pleasure, some weapon parts and some gunpowder. And I believe that might be everything over here. It seems so. You can't open these drawers, can you? Nope. Okay. Moving forward. So these rooms you can't get into, or that room you can't get into. But now we're about to head into a little bit of a cutscene-ish kind of thing here. We're going to go back into Hoffman's room.
Hoffman, you here?
And so this is going to be our residual memory number 16. It is story related and unmissable. And it kind of automatically happens when you walk into this room.
Liam? Is that you?
So we're going to tune it, and then this is it.
You? How is my communicator getting your signal? Never mind. It doesn't matter. Where are you? What? That's on the other side of the laboratory. It's a restricted area. We were told never to go there. We don't have clearance. How did you... Okay, I understand. Yes, I'll meet you there. Just be careful.
O'Neill left his safe house to go to a restricted area of the Marrow? It doesn't sound like him.
Okay, and there is actually one more collectible in this room. So we're going to pick up that fuse. And this computer here will be file number 28. And it is computer file Hoffman's Notes. So a little bit of lore there for you. And file number 28. So if you come in here.
Can anybody hear me out there?
Sykes? You're still in here? Are you okay?
Sebastian, just the man I was looking for. But I'm okay, but I could really use your help back here. It'll be worth your while.
Oh. I should probably go to his safe room and see what's going on.
Okay, so that just pings the last step mission for your side quest with Sykes, but we can't do that in this chapter. That is for later. Right now we're just collecting some things. Collecting those and moving forward. Okay, so we are moving forward here, and we are about to grab a pretty cool little collectible here. This is not required for an achievement, but I am showing you all of these pouch upgrades because they are super, super useful. So this will be shotgun pouch number 3 right here on this dead agent, to hold some more of those beautiful shotgun shells. And then we're going to come in here. And now this is a trap. So there is a person there who will get up if you get close to picking up that upgrade and the weapon parts and stuff. Oh, and there's that person there too. So there's several people in this room. But the good news is they're dumb and we're hopefully smart. There we go. That's that one taken care of. I thought I had the upgrade that when you staggered them, you can move up and do a melee execution move, but I apparently do not have that upgrade. So now we can come around here. And you know what? Do I have? Let's just see what we've got here. So we've got 5 harpoon bolts. That's pretty sweet. So I think we're gonna use one on this guy right here and just kill him where he lays. So, person in that corner gets up, you can lure them down the hallway. Sometimes you can lose them, that's what I was actually trying to do, but her detection was just too good. It was too good on this difficulty. I think on some of the lower difficulties they just get lost. But on this one, she knew where I was because of magic. So, but this guy, if you trigger this trap, can one-shot kill you by grabbing your feet. True story. So, we didn't want to mess with him. Okay, so we're going to pick up those weapon parts, and we are going to pick up these high-grade weapon parts. That should be the 7th one of those that you have picked up. So, that's cool. And we're going to head forward to the elevator. Here we go. Everybody loves elevators. It's so crazy. You know, survival horror games just like train you to be afraid every time you get on an elevator because, you know, it's the perfect spot for things to ambush you. But not this elevator. This elevator's fine. Okay. So here we are in the Marrow.
Looks like they had extra security for this place.
Restricted labs. And we're gonna pick up some stuff. Does this guy have anything on him? No, he does not. We're gonna pick up the shotgun shells off of this guy because we now have more room for shoddy shells, which is great. That's very good news. Nothing in this locker. But what we do have is another file to pick up. So this will be file number 29. It is computer file security protocols. And there you go. And then there is a way back right here. If you want to go do any upgrades or anything. I don't believe I'm going to do anything right now. I think I'm just going to press forward because I don't have enough gel for that last upgrade. And I could probably do a couple more upgrades to some of my weapons, but I'm not going to worry about that right now because it is okay. We are okay to move forward.
All these tanks. What's this about?
So there is a jar of green gel right there. A big 300. And then we're going to head through these doors. And now this is where stuff starts to get fun, everybody. So we're going to come around here. There is another residual memory that's story related.
Doing in this lab. And why did Liam want me to meet him here? Unity cerebral chip detected. Entry authorized.
Huh. Can't pass through without one of those chips. Gotta be one around here somewhere.
So that is residual memory number 17. And like I said, it's automatic. As soon as you walk in here, it just happens. But now, looking at this door, we are going to turn left and come up into this room and look up to the left, and there is a statue on top of one of these lamps. And we're going to shoot that, and the key is going to drop right here in front of us. And this is going to be locker key number 24. So I definitely recommend doing that at that moment, because at this point we don't have enemies spawned in here, and so it's easier to get to. And now, if you look, what you would think might be a slide is not a slide. It is actually a file that we're going to be picking up next, and this is going to be file number 30, Report Stem Integration Irregularities. So that is number 30 out of 40. And we're going to come back around here. Grab these weapon parts that I forgot about. And there's a couple more goodies. There are several more goodies. There are lots of goodies in this area. So many goodies you'd never even suspected how many there would be. Lots of bottles, because it really wants you to use those. And we're going to be using one of those, actually, later on. Some more lovely, lovely green gel. Another condenser, a jump scare, some weapon parts, and now you can hear that we have a friend. We have a friend over here, and she is tearing up this body, and we are going to stab her in the back of the head. And pick up her gel. We're going to come around here, grab these weapon parts. And so that's the path that I like to take through this room, just because, you know, then you get around behind that woman. And then we have another fun moment right here where the zombie comes out. I'm gonna pull back. See what he's doing. He's turning. He's gonna turn around. It's great, that's what we want. He's going to get up here. He's going to do a little shimmy, and we're going to do a little shimmy to the back of his head. There we go. And now he is done. And then we are going to make our way into this room while we're down here, because it's way easier to get in here now than it will be later. So because there is a witch that comes out of this area later on, and we don't want to have anything to do with that. So now is the time to come grab these collectibles. So right here on this operating table, gurney, it's a gurney, not an operating table, we are going to find another file that is Report Irregularity Studies, and that is going to be file number 31. And then just to the right of it here on this little morgue table is a red gel for some major upgrading that we're going to be having to do later on for some achievements. And so that it should be the 6th red gel that you have picked up. And so we're going to head back out of this room. And you can hear that there are more things in here now, but they are upstairs. So we're going to get out our crossbow we're going to change bolts. And you want to make sure that you have a shock bolt. And if you don't have a shock bolt in your inventory, go make one. or do the crafting on the fly. But I would suggest going back into the safe room that we passed before. You know, back through these doors and back around that way. Because it's cheaper to craft when you craft it in the safe room. So we're going to use one of these. It's going to overload this garage door, and we're going to be able to head in here. And so we have some nails. And we have a lot more dead bodies because we love dead bodies. Nothing there. But in here, we have a file on their computer, and I don't think there's anything else in here right now. There will be more things in this room though after we get done with your last anima event. So, but first we're going to pick up this. This is file number 32, computer file, Pit Observatory. And then it's going to immediately
I gotta get out of here.
just trigger this event here. So, oh, it's cold. What's going on? Whatever could be happening? Let's get out of here, shall we? Wait. What do you mean we cannot? I should reload my pistol. Not that I'm going to be needing it, because you can't kill this thing. Because you can't kill fear, you see. Okay.
That thing again.
So we're back to these super fun encounters. I don't know about you guys. I hate these sequences. I hate these sequences. Anything where it's this boss and you're playing this hide and go seek thing where you're just waiting for them to turn around so that you can move. It's just, I don't know, it's not my bag of chips. And then if she sees you, you just die. Because everybody likes dying. What are you doing? And so if you move over to the right, she will move the other debris over from the left to block your path. And then you have the opportunity to move over to the left over here. And make a break for the stairs. And that's the first sequence done. Not too bad. And then we have our path blocked once again. And we're going to move over to the right. Gonna make sure that her back is turned because she likes to turn around swiftly. And we're going to move over here so that some things will shift and change. There's there's these sections here where you have to move in one way, even though it's not the way that you're going to be going, so that things will move out of your way. So then she's going to move over here, and when she moves there, we're going to move over here. We're going to come up underneath that. Get right here, and stuff is going to shift around and move once again. Okay, and then we're just going to watch her and what she's doing. Just make sure we stay hidden here. Okay. And now she's turned around. Oops, she's facing us. Gonna wait for her to move. You'd think she could see you right there, wouldn't you? But you can't. And then we're going to come around here and we're going to go through this door.
That thing again. Why is it after me? What does it have to do with this place?
And then we're going to come on through this door. And we actually have a couple of collectibles in here, believe it or not. So on this little gurney right here, there is a file. It is Letter from Police Chief. And that will be file number 33. And it's a long letter.
Kidman was right. They are everywhere. They were right under my nose the entire time.
And then we're going to come across to the opposite room, and this, you need to have picked up the other half earlier, but if you've been following this guide, you have. So this is Torn Psychological Evaluation Report, the bottom half. And so I believe the top half was back in chapter 3. Yes, it was. It was back in chapter 3. So if you still need that one, or if this one is not showing up for you, just when you do another playthrough, make sure that you get the top half in chapter 3. And then when you get here, you're going to unfortunately have to do all those anima events again. But when you get here, this should be available for you to pick up.
Damn. Mobius were using me as their guinea pig. Long-lasting residual effects. They knew Stem would scar me like this.
Okay. And then we are going to carry on. In fact, we're just going to run.
A way out? Trapped. Can't get out. Is this still here? Can't leave. Nothing changes. My fault. It's all my fault. What the hell is this? Can't move on. Can't move. source of my pain is me. The part of me still stuck in STEM. Never getting out. No. I'm wrong. I will get out. But without you. What was that? It felt different than the others. More real. Like something changed. I feel good. Huh. My trusty revolver. Haven't seen you in a long time.
So it turns out you can kill your fear. You just have to, you know, do it in some sort of weird experience. But anyway, that is the last of those anima events. Finally, those are over. And the achievement is appropriately named Finally Free. Experienced every traumatic encounter and made peace with your inner demons. So that is that. That is also another weapon that you need for the achievement to get all the weapons. So that is the revolver. And it is a pistol type. And so you see that your final handgun is now available. So pretty cool. And last but not least, we are going to pick up the photographic slide number 8 that is waiting for us right there after we come out of that event. So lots of things there that you needed to do that were associated with that last anima event. Luckily, that one was not as frustrating as some of the others, so not too hard. And now, with all of that accomplished, we're going to be heading upstairs. Okay. So now we're going to be heading upstairs. To do a couple of things. And so going to be heading around to the left here to lab number 2. And in here is this residual memory that we keep seeing pop up, and so now we are going to be able to get it. So this is going to be residual memory number 18.
Our efforts have been in vain. The core escaped less than a day ago. Within hours, we began to receive reports of lost emerging in staggering numbers. They're everywhere now. 20% of Union's populace has succumbed already, and they're actively hunting down and killing whoever is left. It's a nightmare. At this rate, there will be no one left in 2 weeks. We've lost contact with Mobius. We're trapped in here. With the lost. It's too late to stop now. The entire Union experiment is doomed. We're all doomed. I'm sorry.
Okay. And then we have a couple more things to pick up in here. Most notably, this right here. And so this is going to be your second medical syringe pouch. So we can now hold up to 6 of those, and that is the last pouch upgrade for your syringes, which is nice. To have one of those completed. And now, we're wanting to get over there to room number 3, but we have a little bit of obstacles in the way here. So there are people feasting in the middle section there. So I'm just going to crouch down and begin walking around this way, making kind of a left circuit. that fuse, because those shock bolts are nice. Yeah, so you see those people feasting in there. There's a couple of them, and so unfortunately you can't get a stab in on one of them without alerting the other. But we have made it over here to Lab 3, which is where we want to go. And there's no need to be crouched anymore. Oh, I thought there might be something else in here. Okay, so there's weapon parts there.
What do we have here?
There's some green gel. And there's a computer file for us to look at. So this is going to be file number 35, computer file operative case. And this also gives us the code for getting the person's chip that we need in order to progress through that door on the lower floor. So we see here the activation code. It's highlighted nice and green for us, 0128.
If they haven't removed this guy's chip yet, I can use it to get through that door and find Hoffman.
And if you happen to forget, I mean, you can always go into your files in the menu, you know, and see it there. Look at all those files. Oops. Passed it. So you can always go and find it here if you forget, or in a nice little bit of trickery, they have several codes here, but the one we want is the cerebral chip, and so it's in his brain, and so 0128 is highlighted for you there. So we come over here, we use this, we pop in the code.
Okay, let's see what happens.
And we get a fun moment of squick. I still can't figure out how the blood is running out of this guy's brain if he has been dead for a while. It just looks a little bit too liquidy for my realism. But in any case, we pick up the Unity cerebral chip.
Oh, thank God he's already dead. I gotta get out of this lab.
And now we do have to get out of the lab. Alright. So now we're going to do some escaping. Some beautiful escaping. So we're going to crouch. We're not going to turn our light on, because that would be silly. And we're going to come over to this corner and we're going to wait. And we're going to be impatient. We're going to go grab this gel. And we're going to wonder why the guy who is always right there is not there. But we're going to move forward. So usually there is a guy there, folks, that comes and runs up to that corner. But for whatever reason, this time he did not. Strange. Gonna get right here, make sure that he's not there. Continue forward, and here there's going to be someone coming out of that door. And now I told you we were going to use a bottle, and here's where we're going to do it. So I'm going to toss that there, get the attention of this lovely individual so that we can knife them in the back of the head. Hey, we're not going to have anything to do with that. And we're going to come down here. And we're going to kind of see where that lament is. I don't see her right now. But there is, trust me, there is a nasty lament down there. But the problem that we have to deal with right now is this witch. And see, this is exactly why you didn't want to get collectibles after you came back down here. Because the witch is mean. And will stab you to death very quickly. Okay, so as soon as she gets fully turned around, we're gonna move in here, and since we haven't been in here before, we haven't picked up any of the goodies. So there's a goodie there. There's a bottle here. And there's some beautiful green gel there. And we're gonna come around here. And we're gonna see where this lament is. So you can kind of see through the slats here. You see the green traces. So she's there. One of those pestilence, stinking witches. And so we're gonna kind of wait a minute. We're gonna hang tight. And now don't worry right here. You're okay. The witch is not gonna come around that corner. So you should be all right. And you see, there she is. And we're gonna wait for her to move away because she needs to be far away before we attempt what we're gonna attempt. Because what we're going to do, or try to do, is get through that door without getting murdered. And I think that I waited too long. Because now we have to wait for her to move again. Here she comes. She gets there on that corner. God, she's disgusting, isn't she? Like, look at that. Disgust. Disgust right there. And then we're going to take a bottle. And we're going to try to get it so that just those two people are affected. And we're going to toss it. And they're going to get real interested in what that was.
For Unity cerebral chip. Please wait.
And then we're going to come here, and she's still over there. And the doors are opening. Please.
Hope I can still catch up.
Please. Please. All right. Doors opened. Perfection. Moving forward. So we're going to pick up what we can out of this bag right here. And we're going to head into the boss room, folks. So here we are. And now, what I did back there... Oh, I don't want another bottle. Good grief. What we did back there is you have to get the right pattern. And so you want to wait for her to be turned around. And you want to throw the bottle so that you lure the two that are eating the corpse, you know, and try to get it on the pattern that I got it. And if you do that, you should be able to sneak past without any trouble like I did. But you want to be really careful that they are on that same pattern, because if they're not, or if something random just happens, like, you know, sometimes it does, then, you know, you might get screwed. So just don't get discouraged. You can do it, because it's a lot of ammunition that you're going to be putting into that lament if you're going to want to try to kill her, and you don't want to be wasting ammo, or I don't want to be wasting ammo. I am a hoarder of ammo, as you can see. So we're going to grab, there is some that is kind of stationed around these areas here, and you can kind of get a feel for what the boss room looks like if you want to, before we're going to be taking him on. Some more shotgun shells that I can't pick up. And we're going to do this thing.
Please stop! Don't let him control you! Just listen. Listen. His voice will tell you. You've got to resist him!
Hoffman, stand back!
No! He doesn't know what he's doing! Ugh. Liam! Don't!
What do you mean, Liam?
Stay back!
Stay out of my way, Sebastian.
O'Neill, what happened?
Theodore showed me the way. I am his now. I helped him hide. And in exchange, he gave me a new life.
A life as a slave.
You'll never understand. For that, you'll burn!
Alrighty, so at the beginning of this fight, we're going to go over here.
Gotta put the flames out.
We're going to put the flames out. Going to run and hope that he doesn't get us in an explosion when he fires again. And we're going to come over here. We're going to turn on this sprinkler system. And by this time, he probably has lost us. So he's right there. He's going to come around here. He's going to do a flame, because he does that when he doesn't know where we are. And then he is going to move around back to the left. And then he's going to head on to the left.
I'm sorry, Master. I won't let him get away. I promise.
And I'm just going to make sure that he goes all the way to the left before I get in position and kind of wait for him. Okay. And now he's going to head on. You can kind of see him through the wall here as he passes by. And then we're going to wait for him to get to the end of the hallway there. And that's going to be the place where we are looking to get him. So we're going to put on our smoke bolts, since we have those fully upgraded. They're helpful for getting the last stab in that we need when we are going to kill him. But this guy this guy, he's so annoying. So basically you can stab him to death with sneak stabs. It's going to take 6, which is more than classic mode, so that's weird. But I think that it's taking into account the fact that this has potential upgrades that you could have to your melee, whereas in that mode you don't.
You sneaky bastard! Let the flames consume you! You're gonna pay for that!
So he hurt himself on that. Now let's see where he is. He's walking back. We're going to see if we can't get in another backstab. Whenever you're going for those, you just spam the A button as you get close to him. Yep, why didn't I get it there? Who can tell me? Who can say why I didn't get it there? The answer is, you suck, Dormouse.
I won't go down easy.
Okay. I lured him over here because I want him to get back on this pattern. Because I know that this is a spot where I can get a stab in. And now that's 3. That means he's at half health. He takes off his mask and he puts all the flames back because he's a jerk. And he's also really close to you when you start off.
Run all you want. You can't get out of here.
And so we're going to try to lose him around this. And we're going to get a 4th stab. Around this way.
Let the flames consume you. I'm sorry, Master. I won't let him get away. I promise.
Come over here. I'm going to use this opportunity to put the sprinklers on. I'm going to get caught in that because he's a cheap bastard. And then we're going to hopefully lose him around this piece of cover. Okay, he should go around the left there. And then, whoop, got caught there for a second. Gonna come back around here and hopefully lose him around this piece of cover here. And get our 5th stab in on him right there.
That wasn't fair. You must be cleansed.
Okay. And so now we are going to try to destroy his flamethrower tank. So that is 5 backstabs and a couple of cheap shots. But that's alright. We're going to heal up. And so as soon as we destroy this flamethrower tank, which is going to take several million more bullets than you think it should, we're going to get our achievement or trophy, No More Playing with Fire, for taking away his favorite toy. Oh, sadness. And then he's going to get annoying after that. So, which is why we went ahead and put so much damage on him with the sneak attacks prior to
I won't go down easy.
Prior to doing this. Because when his flamethrower dies, he is up your ass like, you know, sassafras. It's crazy. And you want him to be a millimeter away from death at that point. Because if he's not, he's going to be really, really annoying. If you're not worried about this no more playing with fire achievement, I would suggest getting another backstab in on him right here and finishing him off. But this is a 100% guide, so we are going to do it 100%.
Theodore, I told him.
Get around that corner. Wait for him to move, and I'm trying to let him get kind of a distance away. He gets a little stunned a little bit when his flamethrower tank blows up. That's your achievement or trophy right there. It doesn't pop on mine because he had already died.
Damn it!
Well, I had already done it
Stop running!
on a previous recording. Unfortunately, I got it during one of the many times when he killed me because I wasn't quick enough. But there you go. That is O'Neill down. And we'll talk a little bit more after the cutscene.
Thank you, Sebastian. Finally, free from his voice. From my fears. I was so scared. You've got to stop him.
I can't stop him if I can't find him, O'Neill.
He phase shifted. He's not here. Not anywhere. The machine in the room next door. You've got to destroy it.
What machine?
He made me build it. To hide him. Destroy it. So that you can destroy him.
What happened? How did O'Neill get turned into that thing?
I don't know. I've been locked in my safe house since you left. When Liam called and asked me to meet him, I was so relieved to hear his voice. But he wasn't Liam. He was that thing. I tried to get through to him, but you heard him. Theodore Wallace did something to him.
Poor guy. I didn't want to have to kill him.
You didn't have a choice. Theodore wasn't gonna give him up. So what now?
Let's take a look at this machine O'Neill was talking about.
I think it's on the other side of the room where you found us. Let's go.
Okay, so that boss fight will give you the crossing to the other side achievement or trophy for defeating him, which is well earned because he is hard. So, so I know it was quick there at the end, but basically as soon as that tank blows up, you need to be swapping to your smoke bolts. And the reason why I chose the smoke bolts to use, because there's several different things you can do here, guys. You can use the shock bolts. Those make him stunned for a few seconds. You can hit him in the face with your shotgun. You can hit him with explosive bolts after that. You know, you can hit him with sniper rifle shots after that. I can speak English. It's fine. But the smoke bolt is the thing that consistently works and allows you to get in that last stab on him. And it conserves the most ammo, really, because it costs you one smoke bolt. So basically that fight, which he can eat a ton of ammunition. I remember doing this on normal for my first playthrough, my blind playthrough, And he took so much ammunition to kill. It was ridiculous. And on this, and that was on normal, right? This is Nightmare. So much more ammunition to kill. And so getting in the stabs is your most consistent way of conserving ammo, making sure you have ammunition for later on in the game when we're going to need more of it. And it's the safest strategy, because God knows when he gets close to you, especially after that tank is destroyed, he is a death machine. This boss is a death machine, and I know it didn't look it in the recording that stuck, because I died about a dozen times before that getting that strategy perfected. Which is also why the achievement for No More Playing with Fire I got during one of those runs where he one-shot killed me.
Yes, Father Theodore. I told him. Let the flames consume you.
There we go.
You think you're so clever?
There we go. So there's your achievement, No More Playing with Fire. As we broke his toy. There at the end, when he goes into berserk mode, because I wasn't quite quick enough with the smoke bolt. So it's tricky. It's tricky, that fight, and it looks easy when you see it done on a smooth run, but it is not easy, let me tell you. But hopefully those strategies there were helpful to you guys to get you through that fight with getting both of your achievements or trophies, the No More Playing with Fire and the Crossing to the Other Side, for defeating O'Neill. So, whew, that is done. And now we can do some scavenging here. We can pick up some ammunition. We can turn off this fire. And that is effectively the end of this chapter. We have a couple more. Really? Oh, wow. We have a little bit more items that we can pick up here, because, you know, if you use some shotgun shells, you can pick up those shotgun shells. If you use some handgun bullets like I did, you can pick up some handgun bullets. Now this is just mean. Mean. I don't need those anyway because those are shotgun shells. But mean. And I don't think that this is going to make them go away. But we'll find out. Oh, it did. Okay. Good deal. So maybe not as mean as I thought. I'm just an idiot. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, neither one of those sprinklers got rid of these flames. Let's try it again and just see if it was a glitch. Nope. Nope. They don't go away. So don't run around and walk into them like a dumbass. Okay. You want to pick up this. This is the broken flamethrower. We are going to need to get a couple of parts from, guess what? More of him. Because he, or not him, but people who are like him, called Harbingers, begin to show up in Chapter 13. And they become kind of like a normal enemy. Isn't that fun? Luckily, they don't take as much to go down as he did. But we're going to need to kill a couple of them to get parts to fix this broken flamethrower, because we need that for the Powerhouse Achievement Trophy to get all of the weapons. So, and also it helps on the Lara boss fight later on. So, that's pretty cool.
I could use this, but it's broken. If I found the right parts.
Okay. So we're going to come down here. There's our way back to the safe house, which we are definitely going to go to here in a moment. But not just yet. First, we're going to pick up these high-grade weapon parts. They should be the 8th ones that you find on that shelf right there. And then we're going to get this residual memory. It is number 19.
Yes, Master. Of course. The machine is operating as it should. Thank you, Father Theodore. To hear you say that, it fills me with pride. What? But she is harmless to us. She's not... No. I would never disobey. Of course I will. Whatever pleases you. Yukiko, can you hear me? I'm in the fabrication room. Clearances don't mean much when everyone's dead. Just... please come and meet me here. I have something to show you. It's important. I'm sorry, Yukiko, but he demands it.
Okay, so there we go. Residual memory number 19. You'd think that this was a file, but it's not.
Theodore's sticking his fingers in every part of this place.
It's almost like a form of communication with him.
And so, okay. So that was everything in here. And we're going to head through this door. And we're going to make like we're going to the end of this chapter, but we are not going to finish it just yet.
Of course. He's head of recruitment. But what's he doing in STEM? And why is he doing this?
There's a lot going on that you don't know about. Theodore wants Lily for himself. You saw what he did to O'Neill. He'll do that to everybody in here if he has to. He'll tear this place apart to get his hands on her. I can't let that happen.
Alright, so we have some cutscenes in here, and then we have the last collectible for this level. Locker key number 25.
What is it?
I'm not totally sure, but it looks a hell of a lot like the stable field emitter. Whatever it is, O'Neill said to destroy it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I know just how. It's me.
Sebastian, I'm starting to think you forgot about me.
Have you finished arming that cookie dough of yours?
I have. Looking for an excuse to use it too.
Good. I'm sending you my coordinates. Bring the big guns. We're going hunting.
Got it. I'm already gone. See you soon.
I'm almost ready over here. Let me know when you're good to go.
Okay, so we're not going to talk to her yet because we are, in fact, not good to go. We have some weapon parts and the real prize right here for your breaking pleasure is a statue and locker key number 25. And I always think there's something over around in that corner, and there never is, at least not on this difficulty. There may be on lower difficulties, I don't know, because I haven't played a lower difficulty in quite some time. Okay, so I believe that's all that we've got to pick up, and we're going to head back and do some unlocking of doors and some upgrading of things.
You look like you could use some help, Detective.
Probably. You know what I really could use is some more green gel, so that I could finish upgrading that last upgrade that I've been waiting for. But it'll come soon enough. Okay, lockers. Okay, so now we have freeze bolts, and so I'm going to go ahead and pick up those freeze bolts. I didn't pick them up earlier because I didn't want to have them before other people might have them, but now I'm going to go ahead and pick them up. And I'm going to grab these handgun bullets. I'm going to grab one of these syringes. And we're going to unlock some lockers. Okay, there's some more freeze bolts. I am not going to pick those up right now. No, you know what? I'm going to. I'm going to. Because those are ones I don't make or use very often. So, and I don't think there are very many scattered around that you can find. So it makes sense to go ahead and take them. Alright, so here is a red gel. We're going to call this red gel number 12. Because in theory it could be the last one that you get. It's random whether you get it now or whether you get it later, but I'm not going to take it right now just because I'm going to put it at the end because it could potentially be the last one that you get out of the lockers. So, and we don't need it right now anyway because we're not upgrading. We're saving that gel for the big boy upgrade. So, but you will get a red gel out of one of these lockers. And it's usually one of the later ones. You know, so the bottom two rows, it's just kind of random as to when it happens. And so our last locker key, and that's shock bolts, and I will take those because I was running low. Okay, so there we go. 7 more lockers for your opening pleasure. Okay. And now, if you want to do some upgrades, if you want to upgrade your melee, if you want to upgrade other things and not save this green gel for that upgrade that I'm saving up for, you can do that. If you want to upgrade your weapons differently than I'm upgrading, you can do that. But just know that your results may differ from mine depending on what you have upgraded. So I'm going to actually put some parts into my shotgun right now. I just want to make it a little bit more powerful. So we're going to use our high grade weapon part, or one of them right there. And you don't have to use that there if you aren't going to grab the last one, but I will grab the next one at some point. I'm just upgrading some ammo capacity for our shotty. Because you're gonna want to upgrade all of these weapons fully. So it really doesn't matter from this point forward which which upgrades you have. I just like having some upgrades in the shotgun and in the handgun because those are kind of your main weapons that you're going to be using. I'm going to put some more into some more of the bolts and into the sniper as well before the end. So, you know, it's just kind of preference here at this point. And I'm going to make a save. And so, really, that is the end of Chapter 11. We just have a little bit of a cutscene taking us into Chapter 12. And now, before you head into Chapter 12, you want to make sure that you have some harpoons, because we're going to be using some harpoons on a couple of enemies here in Chapter 12. Chapter 12 is pretty short. There are a couple of collectibles to pick up in it, though. And there are some pretty irritating sections with enemies and things. And so you're going to just want to make sure that you have that, because there are some exploding enemies that, if you can get them with a harpoon shot headshot, don't explode. And don't alert everything and its brother where you are. So, we're going to be using those. But there we go. That is a difficult chapter, guys. The sections leading up to that boss fight are not too terrible, though they can definitely mess you up, as can pretty much everything in this game if you aren't prepared for it. But that boss certainly is one of the most difficult sections of this game, so be proud of yourselves that you have managed it. You have a little bit of dialogue that you can have here with Hoffman if you so desire, but we're not going to do that. We are going to talk to Torres, tell her that we're ready to go, and end this chapter. So, thank you guys for watching. I hope that this has been helpful to you. I hope that you are able to get through this particular section with less stress, and that you enjoy yourselves. And I will see you in Chapter 12.
Tell me something, Torres. Is that enough to take care of this thing?
Like 10 times over. And it's ready to go when you are.
I'm good to go.
I'm going to check out the equipment in the other room. Good luck, you two.
Okay, here we go. Operation Kick Ass happening in 3, 2, 1.